In this video, we're going to be going over the Specify Query button that you see right here. You can create custom queries, which will be showing some Metachains. We're also going to be creating custom columns using Metachains, and we're going to be explaining some filtering options and some other settings. So with that, we'll get started. So we're going to start with a couple of requirements for our cooling system, which have already been pre-populated. We're going to create a generic table. We'll drag one of our requirements to be the element type, and then we'll drag the two requirements package to be the scope. We'll select the columns button and hit text to show our requirement text. I'll type the word shall in the filter field, and you'll see that nothing pops up. That's because we are only searching in the name column. We can change that to the all, and you'll see that it does show the requirements with the word shall in the text field. We can go to the settings gear and select save filtered criteria. This means if I close the requirements table and reopen it, when I reopen it, the shall filter remains. Now if I go back to the settings gear icon and untoggle the save filter criteria and then type in shall and then close the diagram and reopen it, you'll see that it reopens empty. No filter is saved. So now we're going to create a new custom column within our table. We're going to call it contains shall. We're going to go to the operations from model, and then we're going to select string contains. A is going to be a metachain, which points to the requirement text, and B is going to be the word shall. What we're trying to do is say if shall is contained within the requirement text, then true. If not, then false. Note, context equals this is just referring to all of the elements that are in the table. So that's all of the 6 requirements that you see. When we clicked OK, it didn't work for the first time because we forgot to change our type to Boolean, where we would have the checkbox of yes, no. You'll see that it didn't work for us the second time either, and that's because we used a capital shall. It is case sensitive. After fixing the shall, you'll see that the true-false value does work as anticipated. So now we'll show an example with the Specify Query button. We're actually going to copy the expression that we just created from our contains shall column, and we're going to end up pasting it into the Specify Query. The goal of this query is to just show the requirements with the term shall in the table. To do this, I'm going to use a filter, and then in the input of the filter, I'm going to use the find function, and I'm going to say all requirements in the model. In the predicate, I'm actually going to select nested operation just so that I can use that string contains 1 to drag that into the body of my predicate or nested operation. This will allow me to use all the stuff from that contains shall column. When I click OK, you'll see that it does exactly what I asked for, but not what I intended. It shows all of the true contains shall statements within the entire model, not just within the 2 requirements package as I intended. You'll see when I select the 3 dots besides the scope that my 2 requirements package was selected. So that's telling me that the query is actually superseding the scope from 2 requirements that I had selected. To fix this, I'm going to go back into my query, and then I'm going to go into my find and change the scope within the find from the whole project to the 2 requirements package. You'll see that this does work as anticipated. Now we can actually go into our filter and use that to filter down even more, such as the weight. One cautionary note with the query: if you change from the custom field back to the containment field, you will lose what you have created in your custom field. You can use Control-Z to regain the custom query that you created. Lastly, we will show how to filter just the false fields within the contains shall. So we're going to go back to just our normal scope, and then we're going to check the contains shall button within our filter, and we will just type the word false. We hope you enjoyed the video.